COVID-19 pandemic has significantly impacted the employment of millions of Americans.
Whether you or your loved one have been laid off, downsized, or just facing an uncertain future, the loss of employment can be extremely stressful. So in today's Relationship Reboot, we're talking about coping with the loss of a job or providing support to a loved one who needs help. And live on Skype, our relationship guru, Dr. Shonda Craft. Dr. Craft, nice to have you with us.
Good morning.
It seems obvious that the loss of a job would be extremely stressful, but I presume it's because losing a job, it's about more than just the loss of the financial income.
Well, people immediately will think about the loss of financial income, but we also need to think about our jobs are our identities. You know, when we first meet someone, we ask them, you know, what do you do? Where do you work? And so people really invest a lot into their jobs. They give them the sense of how they see themselves. It defines how others see us. And it gives us purpose and meaning. And it also gives us routine, you know, getting up every day, going to work, seeing the same people, doing the same tasks. It also provides that sense of structure for a lot of people.
And another thing I'm hearing from my friends is just like, you know, the timeline is so uncertain, and I think we don't deal well with uncertainty. But if you did lose your job and it's pandemic related, how does not having that timeline kind of affect your mental state?
Well, when people don't really understand why they lost their job, and if it's something like COVID-19, where it's really impacted so many industries, you know, from white-collar workers to people working on the front lines to grocery store workers, you know, there's this sense of, well, how do I regain control? I don't understand why I can't go to work. I don't like that I can't provide for myself or for my family. And so it really is that sense of the future seems pretty uncertain, and for a lot of people, we don't deal well with change and uncertainty.
For the friend or the relative or the loved one, many challenges here, Shonda. You just don't know the right thing to say. This combination of making people feel better about their own self-worth, but also encouraging them to like get on with it and get looking for a job, right? How do you deal with this?
Well, I mean, the person who's lost the job really does need to have that time to grieve, you know, whether it's your 16-year-old who lost their first job at McDonald's or, you know, your 60-year-old who's lost a long-time corporate gig. You know, they need to be able to have that time to grieve. And when we grieve, we get sad. And so, you know, as the person who's providing support, it's really important to ask, how can I help? What is it that you need to hear from me? What can I do to help things feel better? But also understand it's not our job as the helpers to have the solutions. We really want to be there to listen to what they need to tell us without judgment.
That is sort of the line, right, between being like overly optimistic or, you know, pretending that you can understand how they're feeling, and being realistic. Which side would you err on?
A little bit of both. You know, I mean, I think we need to understand that there are a lot of unpredictable parts of our lives right now. And so being able to say, don't worry, you'll find another job quickly is not really true. But we also don't want to encourage someone to just sit around all day and kind of, you know, wallow in their pity. So it really is a nice balance of both. You want to be compassionate. You also want to be a cheerleader and a champion and, you know, keep their energy up. Remind them they have other ways to contribute, and, you know, maybe in the job force is not the place right now, but, you know, they can do different things in their community.
Yeah, and you can still be a good dad or a good, you know, aunt or whatever the case may be. Encouraging new routines must also be important. For my friends who've lost jobs, that's the biggest struggle. You feel like you don't know what to do after you wake up, you know?
Right. Well, the first thing is get up
right.
And get out of bed. I mean, it is really very easy, especially right now, the way the weather is, to want to just sit in bed and just kind of huddle in and kind of say it's you against the world. But, you know, getting up, getting your blood flowing, having other activities that you're doing on a daily basis will just keep you in that mindset of getting up and getting out and doing something. So, you know, whether that is keeping your resume up to date or volunteering or, you know, helping your kids with their homework for their online schooling, just getting up and keeping your energy and your activity levels is really important.
Dr. Shonda Craft, thank you.